Alongside John Anderson, Kevin Connors. You know, back in the halcyon days of standard definition TV, Knicks Pacers was guaranteed grainy goodness. Monday, the roles and resolution were new, but John, the rivalry was just as heated.
The teams met 6 times between 1993 and 2000. That's back when TV was basically furniture. Guys on the current roster seem aware of the stakes and the animosity. And just in case, it seemed like every significant living Knick was in the building for Game 1 at MSG. Luckily for the Knicks, that guy, the current player, was there, Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton. 8 seconds left in the half. Halliburton, he's from Wisconsin, I'm from Wisconsin. Wisconsin 5 as we go to the fourth quarter. It's a 1-point game. Aaron Nesmith all up and over Mitchell Robinson. Get out on SportsCenter. Check and check. Josh Hart, little circus layup, gets it to go and one. Yet they didn't get it right. Brunson, DiVincenzo, that's the big three. They're close to Broadway. Why not? But that's a tough call, probably the right one. And then Halliburton tries to make something happen. He gets turned around and too deep and throws it away. And I don't know if he's got it. And dribbles out the clock. Knicks hold on to win at 121-117. What a good first game for the winners.
The bottom line is this, is just whatever we have to do at the end, find a way to win. And so whether it's taking a charge, diving on the floor, coming up with a loose ball, getting a deflection, getting a block shot, then pushing it up the floor. And obviously it was a choppy game for us, so we got to clean things up.
I don't want to talk about the officiating. We're not expecting to get calls in here. You know, it'd be nice if they laid off that one, but they didn't. So that's just the way it goes. This is great experience for our guys. It comes at a cost. It's no fun. But we're going to have to learn some things for game 2.
I'm not going thinking I need to score 40. That's not my mindset at all. My mindset is to be aggressive, to make plays for myself and for others. And so get in the paint and see what's happening. And I have the confidence I know I could score in the paint, but I know I have the confidence that my teammates are all moving and getting to open positions where they can be successful as well. And so just the constant communication that we have and the trust that we have with each other to do the best we can every single time we're down the court.
Excellent restraint by Chris Carlisle, because he was pained by this thing, huh? Brunson, 4 straight games now, 40 points or more, tied for the second longest streak in NBA postseason history. He was 14 of 26 from the field. Puts him alongside Michael Jordan and Bernard King. I'd like to just stand in that picture too, right? Only Jerry West, the broken beak from Cabin Creek, 1965 at a longer streak. He put together a half dozen 40-pointers in a row.
Incredible scores on that list, and you can include Anthony Edwards in the conversation. He says it did turnovers, 16. Chris Finch and the Wolves head back to Minnesota up 2-love.
It's always been, got to compete it, had to learn how to compete, and then you got to learn how to always compete, and you got to learn how to compete at the high levels. And when you do that, you're always going to give yourself a chance to win no matter who's available on your roster. And the goal has always been to put out a team that people like to cheer for. And that doesn't happen unless you play hard, and it usually doesn't happen unless you play defense and you share the ball. And we're doing all those things right now. So
a loss like this is tough. You feel embarrassed, you feel exposed. So what are you going to do about it? That's my biggest thing. What are you going to do about it? Look yourself in the mirror, have the courage to look yourself in the mirror, say, I did not do my job tonight. And be better next game. That's all I can ask of them.
Yeah, of course, they came in and it was one team on the floor after that first quarter. After the only was basically one team on the floor. They were just more aggressive. They were more physical, and yes.
Well, he said it. It felt like there was only one team on the floor. The Wolves become the second team in NBA history to start a series 2-0 on the road against the defending champion in a best-of-7. The last to do it, the 2011 Mavericks, who went on to sweep the Lakers in the conference semis, John, en route to their first championship in franchise history.
We need some Stanford smarts in this building right now. And there she is, Shanae Ogwumike, giving her full attention to the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. They dominate Game 2. Offensively, defensively, perhaps a little surprising defensively because Rudy Gobert, as Kevin said, was on diaper duty. What was it Minnesota did so well that they're going to go home with this 2-zip lead?
Not diaper duty for Rudy. That's hilarious. But congratulations to him. And congratulations also to Karl Anthony Towns. This was his appreciation game. John, there was a point where the Timberwolves were Karl Anthony Towns' team. But the growth and maturation of this squad shifted the hierarchy of power to Anthony Edwards as a leader. And you have to respect Cat because he has embraced this role beautifully. There's something called being a star in your role. No Rudy Gobert, and Cat steps up in a very big way, holding the front line on defense, efficient scoring against Jokic, 27 and 12. His ability to stretch the floor was a game changer for the squad. It literally made them a championship contender, and now it's paying off in a major way as his squad goes home, a home he helped build really into a team that is on the precipice. You can sort of start seeing it happen. They have aspirations to win it all.
Yeah, it feels like he deserves something good for all the work he has put in. We look at the world champs, and I feel like they're Apollo 13 right now. Like, what do we have on their ship that's good? Where do these guys start on Friday if they're going to get back into this thing?
I'm from Houston, so we always say Houston. It's their bingo card for the night. This was not on it. Can't believe that Denver is really in this danger zone, down 0-2. They have not been able to handle the best defense in the NBA. Minnesota's defense is straight up dominant. They were physical. They had 12 blocks, the most in a playoff game in franchise history. They also had 11 steals. So basically they had a defensive double-double. This was the first time that the Nuggets in the first half scored fewer than 40 points. Slow starts, though, also have plagued the Nuggets all postseason. But the difference is, in the first round, the Lakers, their offense had problems. Well, this T-Wolves team, their offense is peaking in Denver. Literally, you get that? Ironically, Denver peaking,
Love
but it's really the T-Wolves. So ironically, it's the T-Wolves that have elevated their game in the altitude.
I see what you did there, and it was awesome. We'll see what you have for us Friday.
Stanford-esque.
We'll see what listen, that's that Stanford education. Sometimes we got to catch up, and you got to give us time, let it circle the room and land, but we eventually come around. Thanks for your help. We appreciate it. And now hopefully you can fix things for Michael Malone because right now the world champs are on the ropes. Thanks, Sinead Ogwumike. And right now, flying high, Cat and Ant. T-Wolves going back to Mini. It's getting warm, and they're up 2-0.
How'd it feel to be back at the 5?
It was fun. It's better to get a win, so great for us to win.
You guys did not have Rudy, obviously, but what did it take to kind of play the sort of defense that you guys were able to without your big man in the middle there?
Team defense. We had to switch the game plan up a little bit, but big shout out to Kat and Nas. They did a great job of not making us have to double tonight. I mean, they was playing straight up and they played great defense without fouling, so they definitely helped us a lot.
You heard that? Yeah, you heard that.
Finch was saying this was one of your guys' best games of kind of playing in tandem. Karl started, got the offense going, and kind of in the second half, like picking your spots. How has that kind of grown between the two of you of like knowing when to go?
It's fun, man, knowing I got somebody alongside me that, can get a bucket at any given time. If he got the hot hand, keep giving it to him. We both unselfish players. We don't care who night it is, whether if it's neither one of our nights. Nas or Jaden or Nikhil or Mike, it doesn't matter, man. In the playoffs, it's always a team win. And Kat did a great job of starting it off tonight because I definitely came out sluggish and slow, but eventually Kat gave me some energy and found it.
You've kind of been Nas's vet in his time here. How have you just kind of seen him grow defensively this season and obviously in what he did tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he's been special. I mean, the Sixth Man of the Year has been special all year, and he's very deserving of that award. Just trying to lead by example, to be able to tell someone what to do or give them my insight, I got to be able to go out there and execute it as well. So just making sure I set the best example for him as possible and doing whatever it takes to help him in his growth.
Question for both of you. A lot of teams come in, they take game one, and the idea is like, well, okay, got the split, we're good to go back. And instead, you guys came out and just took this from the very start. What does that say about this team's approach to things, and what was the key to that tonight?
I mean, Finchy do a great job of putting emphasis on it's not about who win the first game. You want to win every game. I mean, so you don't want to split. You want to win 2 here and have home court advantage and then try to win 2 at home. But I do want to just shout out Jay McDaniels, man, before I get out of here. He's been